Alrighty, good day everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Wysol and today I'm going to be talking about dark and light energies. Before I talk about dark and light energies, I just want to do a quick one on energy, okay? So energy can come in 4 different forms, okay? Personal energy, represented by things like Kundalini and the chakras. Sky energy, represented of things like stars, planets. Divine energy, which is representative of things like Akashic, the Akashic records or the Akasha, and earth energy, which you could represent by elements, okay, or elementals, alright? Now dark and light fits into one of those 4, okay? So dark fits into personal, and light fits into sky energy, okay? You can, I don't want to place these on earth and divine, but I feel like divine is more a mix of both and earth is more a mix of both, because there is, I don't know why, but that's what I feel, okay? I can't really explain why the earth is a mix of both, but that's just what I feel when I've learned about those types of energies. I know we call the earth Mother Gaia, so you would think it's more dark energy, but there is a sense of light energy inside the earth, okay? Alright, so which is which? So sky energy is representative of light energy, and dark energy is representative of personal energy. Now, I'm going to show you just the cover of 2 books that I have, which talk about dark, they're basically grimoires of dark and light energy. So it would be these 2. So it's called The Living Temple of Witchcraft. This one is volume 1 and this one is volume 2. So volume 1 is called The Descent of the Goddess. So Living Temple of Witchcraft, The Descent of the Goddess. The Living Temple, this one, so volume 2 is Living Temple of Witchcraft, The Journey of the God. So this one, The Descent of the Goddess, goddess is representative of, well, dark represents female, so goddess, when we're, and it descent, okay, so downward, even though within this you're going in a way upward. So this is actually a whole path working for the chakras. It's more of an occult path working for the chakras, so it does semi-intertwine it. It doesn't intertwine it with the Kabbalic spheres, but it's similar to the High Temple of Witchcraft, which is a Kabbalah sphere working. So you essentially use your chakras as like spherical portals to work through those energies in a more occult and ritual format, okay? So this is again representative of personal energy, so chakras, dark energy, okay? This is why the Kundalini is known to be rising out of the darkness. It's the light rising out of the darkness, aka Lucifer, or the dragon. They're both the same. The Lucifer, if you're working with Kundalini, you're working with Lucifer, or Luxferre, bringing forth your own light out of its darkness, okay? So that is what Kundalini work is. It is left-hand path black magic, if you want to get real technical and deep there, okay? Again, this is all to do with chakras, so personal energy, dark energy, alright? You obviously do have light energy. You are compromised of both, but personal energy, so Kundalini energy, represents dark energy, okay? Volume 2, so this actually is a path working for all the star signs, okay? So you can actually embody or imbue all the astrological energies into you through these rituals and this path working that's in this book, okay? Again, representative of all the astrological signs, so it has loads of information on the astrological signs in this. I'm not going to do a video on astrological signs. There are thousands of videos on astrological signs. I'm not going to make videos of videos that are out there. Alright, so dark and light. The first few things I'm going to say are very common. So dark energy represents feminine, left hemisphere. Well, I'm using my left hand, okay? Light energy represents masculine, or right hemisphere, so my right hand. So if you didn't know, the left hemisphere of your body is feminine, right hemisphere is masculine, and that is controlled. This is where it gets a bit confusing. Your right hemisphere is controlled by your left brain, and your left hemisphere is controlled by the right side of your brain. Okay? I know it's a bit confusing, but Google it if you don't believe me. Alright? So, feminine, masculine, dark and light. None of them are good and bad. This is I call it a contemporary term that we have placed on just energy, or dark and light energy. We've actually placed moral values onto darkness. We've allowed society to place moral values on darkness. Because not all darkness is evil. Not all light is good. Darkness can be evil and light can be evil. Darkness can be good and light can be good. Okay, it just depends how it's used. Okay? So, feminine energy actually is represented by nurturing energy. Let's get a black stone. Why not? I can hold darkness. Just to kind of, instead of having my hand out. Alright, let's grab some tourmaline. Dark energy. Representative of feminine, nurturing and mother energy. Okay? Now, the feminine or the dark side of the all, which you could symbolize as the yin yang symbol. I'll get the yin yang symbol out for you. So, dark and light must stay in balance, okay? Within the light there is a piece of darkness, and within the darkness there is a piece of light. Alright? So they must stay in balance. I'll explain what happens when they go out of balance, because they are out of balance currently and they're slowly coming back into balance. But I'm going to explain light first. So light energy is representative of masculine. It's actually also representative of authority, control. The types of gods that it represents are also things like sun gods, war gods, and dark is represented by things like horn gods, nature gods, and like fertility gods. So horn gods, this is actually where the misconception of the devil comes into play. Horn gods like Cernunnos, I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. Cernunnos? Yeah, I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. But for example, horn gods. So, yeah, like I'll try to put a picture of Cernunnos or like Baphomet or any of the other horn gods. They represent dark energy, okay? Or just nature gods. That's essentially what they were depicted as. So nature gods got turned into the devil by those that were worshipping. Now worshipping, and when you worship, you see something outside of yourself as above you. Okay? Now what certain people or entities have done with these energies is they've made light seem good by essentially eradicating all pagan cultures throughout history. Won't go into detail, but Holy Roman Empire, basically doing witch trials, all of that. You can research the history on Holy Roman Empire and the Roman Empire eradicating pagan lands, which is why, if you didn't know, if you live in England, London was called Londinium before it was called London. It was named by the Romans, and the English Isles or the British Isles were big pagan lands, okay? So the light energy represents war, control. Dark energy represents nurturing, fertility and nature. Okay? So when Christianity and Islam and Judaism, or the Abrahamic religions came about, they essentially put darkness down. They said that darkness was bad. They said all the horned gods or the nature gods were devils. This is actually how it started taking us out from being in tune with nature. These Abrahamic religions took us away from being in tune with nature through labeling and placing moral values on dark energy. Okay? So, where am I getting at here? Where I'm getting at is that we have today a very big misconception that the world is in control by dark forces. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. It's actually more so in control by light energy and light forces, which sounds a bit crazy, right? Like, oh, the light is controlling us? But when you understand what light represents, authority, control, war gods, sun gods, it clicks. It clicks. You look around you, there's war, there's control, there's authoritative power being pushed around and shunning the darkness which is feminine. Name me a country with a female, like a big country with a female leader. You can't. You can't. It's just not there because the light is in control. It's a bit because it kind of fucks with your head when you've been thinking, oh, love and light, I need to spread love and light. When in actuality you need to start diving deep into the darkness to understand where the light comes from. Now, most creation stories talk about the light emanating from the darkness, okay? Or the light being birthed out of darkness. So Nu, this is Egyptology, Nu creating Ra, okay? Or Tiamat in Mesopotamia creating her children, okay? It's all, the way we live is all backwards. It's all backwards, okay? So I just wanted to put this video out there to kind of give people the information of what dark and light is, what is being used to control us at the moment, how we can break free from it, okay? So we break free from understanding, understanding and overstanding dark and light to the highest ability that we can, okay? Because again, light isn't good, light isn't bad, dark isn't good, dark isn't bad. They can be bad when they're in an extreme. So they should be together, intertwined, okay? But when one pulls away from the other, so this is how the earth should be. At the moment it's more like this, okay? But there is an extreme of one. So the dark is trying to reach the light, but these people in control of the matrix is pulling it away and is trying to come together, okay? But we, the people, or the earth, you are a cell on a cell inside a cell. You're just a cell that's got to repair itself. Okay, I'll leave that bit there. But we need to bring it back into balance by understanding what they are first. Okay, we can't bring it into balance when the majority of people don't truly understand what dark is, or they don't truly understand what light is, because light can be very destructive. Very destructive. What happens when you look at a light bulb? Hurts your eyes, right? What happens when you get burnt by fire? Hurts, right? Light is representative of fire as well. So light can be, fire can be cleansing, it can purify, or it can be destructive, okay? Angels that are representative of light energy can be destructive. Now, I've never read the Bible, so I'm not going to quote it, but I'm pretty sure somewhere in the Bible it talks about Michael smiting, like, people. He would, like, just smite them. Not just smite them, obviously, but, like, people would do stuff and he would smite them. Angels are known as some of the most destructive forces in existence because of their energy, which is light. It's blinding, right? Light can be blinding. You can actually be blinded by the light, okay? Take that figuratively and literally, okay? What do I mean figuratively? This whole love and light, I used to be a love and light vegan. I'm still vegan, but I don't emanate love and light, okay? I tell people how it is because it's how they need to hear it. Which may seem dark, but that's just who I am, okay? I'm meant to project a certain energy out, and that's just what I do. I project it how I'm supposed to project it, okay? But light, it can be really bad, okay? Again, I'll talk about how this misconception of angels and demons come about as well, because I started to talk about it and it came a bit off topic. But angels and demons, the Abrahamic religions started demonizing nature gods, which caused us to come out of balance with nature, okay? So when there's no nature worshipping, when we're not in tune with nature, what's happened? Light energy, abundance of light energy, being blinded by it, figuratively, okay? The light can blind you. It's called an illusion because you're not understanding the concepts of what is. The darkness and the light intertwined as one. If there is no darkness, the light is blinding. Okay? But I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed. I know I kind of ranted on a little bit, but dark and light energy is a big topic that I could keep speaking about. But I just wanted to do a semi-short video on what represents dark and light energy and the most common misconceptions of dark and light energy, okay? But yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already, and I shall see you next time. Peace out.